Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. I really appreciate all of you. In today's video we're going to be making this beautiful top. It's kind of like a golf shirt type of top. If you want, you can add buttons, of course. I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I'll make another top probably in the future with a different pattern. But in order to make this video or to make this top, I used this yarn. It's Katopu Flora, 100 grams. You are going to need about 4 to 5 depending on the size that you are going to be making. This is a size medium. If you want smaller, of course, you might need just 4. This is how the yarn looks. It's not a heavy yarn and it's very strong. You can't cut it with your hands. And then we're going to need stitch markers. You're going to need this if you want. Sometimes I crochet or I put together with a crochet hook. I like that. And then of course the measuring tape. So enjoy the video. If you make the top, feel free to leave a comment or a post showing me how you made your top. I appreciate you and be blessed. Enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. To make this top, you are going to need to make 4 panels. This is the back panel, front panel, and 2 arm panels. Now I'm going to show you because you just need to get the pattern basically, and I'll write everything on the screen that you need to do in order to make the other panels. Now let's get started with today's video. To get started with our project, you are going to make a slip knot, go under and pull through. And then you are going to work with multiples of 6 chains. And then to make this size of small to medium, you are going to make 16. And then to make a medium to large, you're going to make multiples of 17. And then a large to extra large, you are going to make multiples of 20. Otherwise, you can measure to your body, but make multiples of 6. So multiples of 6, I mean to say, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this counts as my 1. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This counts as my 2. So to make the body, I'm making the body panel right now. I'm going to make 16. I made two 6s. So I'm going to make 16. To make the arm panels, you are going to make 13 multiples of 6. And then a chain of 1 or 1 extra double crochet. So I'm going to make 16 and then I will show you what we need to do. Okay, we have made multiples of 6 and now I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, and I was holding on to that, so counting back it's 1, 2, 3. On the 4th you are going to make a double crochet. This counts as our first double crochet. You go under, pull through, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then another double crochet in the next stitch, pull through 2, and then another double crochet in the next stitch. So we have 4 double crochets here. All right, 4 double crochets. We're going to chain to 1, 2, and then we're going to skip 1, 2, and then make 4 double crochets going forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, and then in here you're going to make it double crochet. This is how our pattern is going to go. Make 4 double crochets, then chain 2, skip 2, 4 double crochets, 4 double crochets, and this is how it looks. So continue. We're going to chain 1, 2, and then skip 1, 2, and then make 4 double crochets. I'm going to finish off this row 1, and I will meet you at the end of the row to continue. This is the end of the row, and I am going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then this counts as our first double crochet, and then we're going to count 1, 2. That's 1, 2. That skip 2. So that means that we have 5 chains, and then we are going to go in here with a double crochet. So I crocheted on the 4th. Okay, so that's 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. That's 3 chains plus 2 chains to cover that, and then 1 double crochet. And now we are going to make 2 double crochets in here. 1, 2 double crochets in the space over the 2 chains, and then 1 double crochet in this one at the top, chain 1, 2, and then we are going to do double crochet on the 4th, and we skip 2 double crochets, and then we are going to make 2 double crochets in this space, and 1 double crochet over that 2 double crochets. So you can see our pattern taking place. Chain 1, 2, and then we're going to double crochet in here, and then double crochet in the space, and then double crochet over that 1 double crochet. So continue with this 1, 2, and I'm going to meet you at the end of the row for row 3. This is a repeat type of pattern. So once you have chained the amount that you needed to chain for the arms and the back, you do the pattern the same way like we did for the arms as well. And then here we go. I have reached the end of the row, and I have 3 double crochets left. Remember, this first one was the 3 double crochets or 3 chains. So I'm just gonna okay, so we are going to double crochet in that 3rd chain. All right, chain 1, 2, 3. So every time where there is a space, you're going to start with putting in 2 double crochets in that space. That's where the 2 chains were, and then 1 double crochet, and then chain 2, and then 1 double crochet at the top here. And now 2 double crochets in the space, and then 1 double crochet over that, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 2, and then 1 double crochet over this one before we go in with 2 double crochets in the space, and then 1 double crochet over here. Chain 2 and then 1 double crochet in here. So I'm going to continue on this row, and then I'll show you at the end what I'm doing, and then you can continue and make the top as long as you want it to be, the length that you want it to be. So if you want it to be long, you're going to keep adding rows. I have made 39 rows for my top. So this counts as 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. I've made 39, and then if you want it to be longer, you can add more rows. So let me finish this row, and then I'll meet you at the end to show you what you need to do, and then from there on it becomes easier. We have reached the end of the row, and we have those 5 chains left. I've crocheted that 1 double crochet here. Now we're going to crochet 2 double crochets in the space, and then we need to crochet 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd chain, and there we go. Now we are going to chain 1. We are repeating row 2 now. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to double crochet in here. Continue and make the top 2 double crochets. If you haven't understood what I did, please go back and take your time, relax, and look at what I have done to make them like this. Chain 1, 2, and then we're going to go in here with a double crochet and then 2 double crochets. Now, as I've mentioned, you need to have 4 panels, and I'm going to show you the other panel that I have completed while I finish off that one. So this is the other panel that I've completed, okay, and it's 39 rows, and then these are the arm panels, and you do the same thing. These are the arm panels, and with the arm panels I've done multiples of 6, 13 multiples of 6, okay. So with the back, of course, we've done 16 multiples of 6, and then here I just did a double crochet all the way, which we are going to do after we've put our shirt together. So you're going to need 2 of these. All right, so let me finish off my front panel. Sorry, so the back panel, you just do like that up until all the way, and then with the front panel we are not going to do it up until all the way. We are going to make a change when we get to this row. Okay, so I'm going to count the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So make 23 rows, and then we are going to make a slight change. All right. Okay, I have crocheted 20 so far. This is the back panel with 29 rows. I've crocheted 20 rows, and then I've looked for the middle. This is just the stitch marker to show where the middle is, because we are going to leave a space here for the opening before the collar. So we're going to leave space here. And now I haven't cut off my yarn, so I'm going to turn the work around. I didn't cut it off yet, so I've already chained 1, 2, 3, and of course this is where the opening is, and we're going to make 2 double crochets and then 1 on top there. So I'm going to crochet until I arrive here. Okay, I'm going to crochet until I arrive here, and then we will turn the work around. I'll show you. I reached the space or the place where I want the row to end. This is almost in the middle, and then on the other side is going to end here. So I'm chaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this is where we have the full 4. So I crocheted 5, so it's like 1 double crochet plus 2 chains, and then I'm continuing with the pattern of making 2 double crochets in the space, and then 1 double crochet on top, then chain 2, and then double crochet in here, and then 2 double crochets in this space. So I'm going to continue with the pattern on the one side until there's 29 rows, and then we're going to move on to the other side. I have completed the one side, and now we're going to complete the other side. If you were going this way, you need to continue and go this way. So make sure that your project looks the same. So we have skipped this side. Like I said, this is 39 in total. So we did up until 20 and then plus 19 going up. So we want to start on this side, and I'm going to make a knot, and as you can see there's a space here, so we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then go in the space with 2 double crochets to continue with our pattern. And a double crochet in the top of that one, and then chain 1, 2, and then we're going to go on top of this one as we have been, and then 2 double crochets in the space, and then 1 on top of the double crochet. So continue, chain 2, and then a double crochet in here. Continue with the pattern and make the 19, starting from here, 19 rows to match this side. We have completed our pieces. There's the 2 arm. There's the 2 arms. There is the back panel, which is just straight. Then there is the front panel. Now we are going to put our projects together. Okay, so how you are going to put this together is you are going to start with putting these together. So start at the top here, match these, and then after that we'll put our arms. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to do this with a crochet hook. If you want to use a yarn needle, you are welcome to do so, but I'm going to use single crochet stitches, and we're going to put this together, and I'm going to go into the top and then go into the top of this double crochet, and then I'm going to pull through. If you want, you can make a loop. I like to just hold this yarn and then crochet it in. So I'm going to chain 1, and now we are going to do single crochets through the 2 rows, and then here I'm going to try to go through the row instead of just going underneath, which is easier, but it's going to make your work look nice when you go through the rows like that. Okay, it's a little bit tricky, but it's better for your work. Pull through. And then here's the third, and the third in there, and then you're going to pull through, and now we are on the double crochets. It's easier on the double crochets, but I promise you, you just need to try and go through the single stitches or the chain stitches, and not just go underneath them. So I'm going to do this. I'll show you now. A yarn needle might be easier actually, but I like to use a hook. So this is how it's looking, and then when you open it this side, this is how it's looking. So I'm going to finish off doing this side, and then I am going to crochet the other side as well, and then we will do the arms. So we are going to put together our arm on the side, and I have measured the middle. I've counted also the rows. It's 15 inches, so you have to look at the middle of 15 inches. I am going to use 4 centimeters, and that's about 40, and then half of 40 is 20, so here is 20 right in the middle. So I'm going to put a stitch marker there so that it does not move around. Okay, there's the stitch marker. All right, and now I'm going to attach the arm from here to here. So I just want to put that there. Going to go underneath here and here. So go on ahead and attach the arm. I'm gonna make a slip knot or a knot, and then continue and attach my arm. All right, go on ahead and attach your arm, and then I'm going to attach my arm on the other side, and then from then on I will tell you what we need to do. All right. Okay, I have connected this side. This is how it looks so far, and that's how it looks. So on this side, after you connected the arm, you see, and it's straight like that, you are going to fold it, and you're going to crochet there, fold it, and you're going to single crochet or put together this side. So I'm going to put together this side as well. Then we're going to do our collar, and that's going to be our shirt. We are now going to make single crochets going around the top so that we can add the collar. And of course, single crochets, if I can see where I put my yarn, you will go in here, tie a knot. Let me zoom in so that you can see. Tie a knot, and then going to chain 2, and then we're going to go in here with 1. So go in the middle of the row, single, and then go on top of the row with single crochet, middle of the row and on top of the row. This is only when you're this side, because when you come down here it's easier. So go on ahead and make the single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you when we meet this side. Okay, I reached the end, and then I'm gonna do a slip stitch under here. Alright, so I put my stitch marker for how long I want the bottom part of the collar to be, and it's about 9 centimeters. That's 3.5 inches. Okay, so I'm not going to remove this or cut it off. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna turn this around so that we can start working our collar. So I am going to make a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. So it's 10. Okay, I'm going to count 1, 2 back, and we're going to do a single crochet in the third, like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So now I'm going to go into this space with 1 single crochet or slip stitch, not single crochet, slip stitch, and then go into the next one with another slip stitch, and then chain 1. And then I'm turning the work around to go back onto the row. So you're going to go into the first one. You can count so that your work is the same size. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then chain 1, turn the work, and then we are making 8 single crochets at the back, in the back loops. 4, 5. Okay, so I reached the end around the neck, and then a slip stitch. Slip stitch, you just go underneath and pull through all of them. So I'm chaining 1, and then I'm going to, this is the bottom of the shirt, and I'm going to crochet in the back loop with single crochets. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see how this is like that? There's a line there. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so this is where the work goes up. So I'm going to chain 1, and then we are working in the back loop still, and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we are going to slip stitch. So slip stitch, you go under, you pull through both, and then go under, pull through both. So we're slip stitching twice, chain 1, turn the work around, and we're going to make 8 single crochets going backwards in the back loops. So you can count to make things easier. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chain 1, turn the work around, and then single stitch in the back loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we are going to slip stitch in the next 2. 1, 2, chain work, and then you're going back to do that. So let me just show you how it looks so far. So far, this is how it looks. All right, continue, and then we're going to do this on the other side. So you're going to do this until you reach this point. This is how it looks. I cut off here, and now I put a slip stitch in here. I just tied, basically. I didn't do a slip stitch. I tied on the other side, and we are going to chain 2. That counts as our 1, and then we are going in the front here. Remember, we did at the back when we started. So you're going to count to make sure that it's 8. This counts as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I like to change hooks. Chain 1, turn the work around, and we are going to go in the back loops here. All right, it's hard to try to hide the thing. So we're going to make sure we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we are slip stitching on the other side. So slip stitch in here, and then slip stitch in the next one, and then we're going to chain 1, turning the work around, and we're going in the back loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, chain 1, turn the work around, and 8 in the back loops. So, and then we are going to slip stitch when we reach here. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 8. Okay, and now we slip stitch in this, and then slip stitch in the next one, and we chain 1 and turn the work. So count how many rows you have done this side, and then make the same amount of rows. All right. So I have crocheted my second part also. If you want, you can add buttons, but with buttons you're going to have to add small ones, or you're going to have to leave spaces in between. I'll have to do that in another video. And now we're going to make the top collar, and we are going to crochet only in the top. You see there's 2. We're going to use the top loops, 1, 2, and then we are going to go into the next space with double crochets only in the outer top loops. So going ahead and make double crochets. So make double crochets going around the neck. So they make double crochets going around the neck. I've reached the end of the row for the neck, and now I'm going to chain 1, turn the work around, and then we are going to put in 2 double crochets in here. So I chained 1, 2, 3. That counts as my first double crochet, and then another double crochet in here. And then now we are continuing as normal on the double crochet. So continue as normal, and then when you reach the end, you're going to put in 2 double crochets on the other side. Let me just show you how the neck is looking so you can have an idea of what I'm doing. So this is going to be the collar, and then this is how the collar is looking. So I'm going to add a black color on here, just the lining to make it look more nicer. but this is how it looks. So this is, you know, where you are going to go around, and then this side you're going to add 2 double crochets in that chain of 2 at the end here, because that counts as a double crochet. So go on around, and then when you arrive here, add 2 double crochets and then chain 1, and then that would be the third row. Chain 1 and then put in another double crochet like we did here, so that the collar starts going that way. All right, so I'm going to do that of 9, and then our shirt should be done.
They don't want to change.
I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. I'm going to cut off, and then I'm going to insert a different color. If you don't want to insert a different color, you don't have to cut the yarn off. And now for scissors, I can find them. Oh goodness me. Okay, gonna have to use this to cut the yarn off, because I cannot find my scissors for some other reason. So I'm going to change color and use a black yarn. All right, so I'm going to insert this here. You can make a knot. I don't want to make a knot. I'm just going to hold this like this, and then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do single crochets going around. All right, so there is my single crochets. Now I'm using a black yarn, but yeah, you know how it goes with them single crochets. So I'm going to do single crochet here, and then I'm also going to do the single crochet going around here. And I'm going to join them and continue. I reached the corner, and I want to show you what I'm going to do here. So this is the corner on the collar. All right, and then you're going to chain 1, and then in the same space to make a corner, going to chain that, and then continue with the single crochets going down. And remember, the single crochets we go in between and over the line, in between and over the line. So continue with that. Everywhere there's a corner, remember you're going to crochet 1, chain 1, and then in the same space put in another single crochet. This is the end, and we are going to slip stitch and cut off, and then you can hide all the other yarns, weave them in, and our top is complete. And there it is.